Yeah, no problem.
Lovely. And Cal, have you got any questions this evening?
Yeah, I'll have a couple.
Yeah. And who else have we got? We've got Scott there as well. Scott, have you got any questions this evening?
Yeah, I'll have a couple if that's all right.
Lovely. So it'll be James, Scott, then Cal, and then if you can just use the chat facility after that, just to flag up if you've got any more questions, please. That would be absolutely terrific. So, James, when you're ready, mate, please fire away. Thank you.
Hi, Adil. First cricket since December, opening the bowling. Virat Kohli for a duck. Not a bad way to return. How do you feel you went? How do you feel your game is?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I thought it's gone okay so far. For myself, just working on my game. Like you said, bowling the new ball. It's something new for myself as well. That's something that I've been working on for the past couple of days. There was a chance of opening the bowling the other day, and that's what I did. So it was something new, it was a good experience, but something that hopefully I can carry on regardless of which situation we're in a game of this. The first six, middle or death. I'm always looking to develop and work hard.
Yeah, with the T20 World Cup in India later in the year, it might be something you do more often. Are you looking forward to that? Are you excited by that prospect?
It could be, whatever the captain needs from myself and also for the team. It's something that that is good to practice as well. So that's something that I've been doing in the nets to the batsmen as well, bowling the new ball just in case I am needed. So I'm trying to really focus on every part of the game. First six, middle, and the death. So try to really work on each phase.
Are you excited by the prospect of a World Cup in India where you could play a starring role?
Yeah, definitely. Not just myself. I'm sure the team, the whole squad, are excited to go to India. It's a great place to play. You get big crowds, 70, 80,000 people screaming, shouting, or whatever it is. The atmosphere is great, and it's something that we're really looking forward to. That's still a long way away. We still got a lot to do before then. We're not looking ahead too far. We're always looking to take it a game at a time, day by day, and then let things unfold and develop as it is.
There's a lot of England cricket fans who would like to see you playing Test cricket at the moment, particularly this winter. Is there any prospect of that going forward?
It's not actually crossed my mind yet. Again, Test cricket at the moment, I'm just enjoying playing white ball cricket, just concentrating on doing what I'm doing. And Test cricket, I don't know, it hasn't even crossed my mind yet. So that's something maybe down the line or whatever. But at the moment, I'm just concentrating on whatever's in front of me really.
Could an Ashes series tempt you to change your mind?
Well, it's a long way away. It's another year or so. A lot can happen then. You don't know, where people are going to be or whatever, people's form and injuries or whatever. But I don't really, like I said, for myself, how my mindset works. I don't really think about that kind of stuff. That's still, a long way away. So I think we've got to see what happens close to the time, maybe.
Just finally for me, what are the main reasons for you opting not to play Test cricket at the moment? What's your thinking?
It's just like you say, a few things. Shoulders, one of it. Obviously, with the shoulder injury I've had, it's been about a year now where it's gone better. But it's something now. I've got to know for myself if I can, play Test cricket, if I can bowl them long spells of 15, 20, 25, 30 overs in a day if required. So that's something that I don't know if my body can hold. I've not done it. So that's that's something that needs to be weighed up, and also just. Sometimes my mindset as well is just at the moment just concentrating on white ball cricket, especially with these tournaments coming up as well.
Thank you. Go well tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Scott Taylor, please.
Hey, Adil. When did you find out you were opening the bowling?
I think there were just talks around it. There was talks around, maybe with their opening batters, you might bowl with a new ball, so it's good to just practice with it. It was more so of that as opposed to right, you open the bowling and whatever it was. More so just practice with it, just in case you are required and stuff like that. So that's what it was.
Are you surprised you haven't done it sooner, given that you even see in the Legends game, I think Monty was opening the bowling for England Legends. So it is a trend in modern day cricket.
It can be, but also it all depends. You got to look at the team, you got to look at the pitch, you got to look at the conditions, Look at our team, look at our bowlers, look at our pace bowlers, look how, quick they are, look at experience they are, quality bowlers. So it all depends on the team and what your strengths are. So for myself, whenever I'm required, whether it's, like I said, whether it's first six, middle or death, I'm happy as it is, as long as myself and the captain are on the same page.
You've got quite a lot of cricket in a short space of time on this tour. Is there any concerns about that shoulder?
No, hopefully not. You know, like you said, it's a game, day off, game, day off. It's only, like you said, the 4 overs as well. It's not a back-to-back game where I'm bowling 15 overs, 20 overs, like say in Test cricket, that could happen. But here, you know, you have them days off, you have rest. So, you know, hopefully everything will go well.
And in a strange way, does that keep you grounded and making sure that you don't get too excited about the prospect of 2 World Cups in 2 years?
Yeah, therefore, for myself, like I said, how I generally work, I'm not really too far ahead in terms of this World Cup next year or whatever, because from now till then, there's a lot of cricket to be played here, back home. You know, for myself, I take it a day at a time to perform every game, to work hard, to train, to always develop and get better and see how things go. So that's how I really look at myself. So I'm not really too, you know, not looking too far ahead.
And just finally from me, we saw Dom have a bit of a tough time in India in the Test series. Now, as someone who's played a lot of cricket compared to Dom, do you have any advice for him about how to bounce back from a bad tour?
That happens. That happens to everybody. That happens to the best of players who've been playing for 10 years, 15 years. Everybody goes through bad patches, you know, whether you're starting off or whether you're 10, 15 years in. That's part and parcel of professional sport. You know, I'm sure he'll definitely bounce back. He's a strong character. You know, he's shown what he can do in Test cricket. I'm sure there's a lot more for him to come as well. So it's just a matter of thing, just, you know, staying confident and keep working on his skills.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Cal Sajjad from the BBC, please.
Hi, Adil. Yeah, you mentioned you're taking it sort of one game at a time and not concentrating on Test cricket just yet. Do you have an idea when you might need to make that decision by, if we're looking ahead to the Ashes?
No idea. I have no idea about that. Like I said, it hasn't even crossed my mind about that yet. Test cricket or the Ashes, or you know, because like I said, for myself, there's a long way away. A lot can happen. You know, there's a World Cup before that. There's a lot of cricket to be played before that. So it all depends on, you know, how things go. But like I say, with Test cricket, it's not even crossing my mind. I'm not even thinking about that whatsoever.
Joss Butler said last week that India are probably favourites for the 2020 World Cup. Do you think the one-sided nature of that first T20 shows that that's not necessarily the case?
And, you know, with T20, you know, it's a funny game, T20. Anybody can win on the day. You know, any team can. It all depends on the day, how the batsmen come off, how the bowlers come off. You know, India are a very, very strong side. So ourselves, so like you say, all the other nations as well, you know, they've got a strong side and anybody can win it on the day. So, you know, like I said, we fully believe in ourselves. We're confident that if us lot stick to our strengths, keep developing, keep working on our game, then, you know, we stand a chance.
And what would it mean personally to you to win both the 50 over and the 2020 World Cup?
I think it'll mean a lot, not just myself, but, you know, for the whole squad, for the whole team, you know, especially for the past 5-6 years, how us lot have been playing our cricket, you know, that mindset of that attacking cricket, brand of cricket for the past, you know, 5-6 years. To win the 50 over now, coming to the T20, if you can win that, I think it'd be a massive achievement, you know, for English cricket.
Thanks, Adil.
John Etheridge, please.
Hello, Adil. Just wondering about the IPL auction. A lot of people surprised you weren't picked up. Was that disappointing for you not to be picked up?
I wouldn't say disappointing. You know, obviously there's a lot of spinners out there, but obviously India also got their own local spin as well. So I wasn't really expecting myself to get picked up because I knew there's a lot of spinners out there who already have got picked up. They also got their own local spinners as well. So not too disappointing in that sense.
You look at someone like Moeen, who obviously got a nice tasty deal, and I think that'll be quite nice. I mean, you could get that once or twice, and you sort of set up for life financially, almost, aren't you?
Yeah, obviously it'd be nice to, it'd be nice to obviously get these deals and stuff. But you like you say, with these tournaments, you put your name in, you put your name forward, and if teams win here, they pick you, and that's how it works. So, with the IPL or whichever the competition there is, that's what you generally tend to do, is put your name forward, and hopefully people can pick you up.
Thanks.
Matt Roller, please.
Hi, Adil. Just back on the subject of you taking the new ball. There was a time about 10 years ago when you did that sort of semi-regularly for South Australia and for Yorkshire. Obviously a long time ago, but could you speak a bit about your memories of that? I guess it would have been quite a funky move at the time to open with a leg spinner.
Yeah, it was, obviously. It's completely different. Bowling with a new ball, 2 fielders out. A lot more can go in that sense. You got with your feel as well. You got to be clever. But like I said, I did it back in 2010 for Big Bash and for Yorkshire as well. So I had a bit of experience then. But since then, like I said, it's been 10 years. I've not actually, or 11 years, I've not actually done any, opening bowling for any of this Yorkshire or England. So it's definitely a different experience now as well. But it's something that I will definitely, cherish, and something that I will definitely keep in my, armory as well.
In terms of your method yesterday, did you feel like you changed much to how you would normally bowl? Maybe there were a couple that you pushed through a little quicker.
Not really. I think not really. Obviously, you got to be more focused in that sense, because you've only got 2 fielders out. Batsmen definitely be, maybe come a lot harder as well if they know that there's only 2 fielders out, so there's a lot more scoring options. But in terms of my game plan, it's very similar, like you say, whether it's first 6 or in the middle, in that sense of what my role is in the team.
And then just quickly, if I can, Jason Roy said last night that he'd faced a lot of your bowling to help him tune up against India's spinners. Could you tell us a little bit about the work you've done with him and how you thought he played last night?
Well, yesterday he played exceptionally well. He looked really good. He looked really positive, hitting the ball cleanly. But like you say, it was a practice for both of us. That was, him batting obviously up top, me bowling the new ball in the first 6, setting him a field, or what field I would have, and just actually communicating and helping one another in that sense of what pace I'm bowling and what areas he's looking to hit. But that's something. But for myself, it was more of a me actually bowling the new ball, give him that actually confidence as well, batting up top, facing a spinner with a new ball as well. So it worked hand in hand in that way.
Thanks very much.
Ali Martin, please.
Hi, Adil. I think you've said in the past that Owen Morgan is probably the best captain you've played under. I just wonder if you could just give us a bit of insight into the relationship. Did you two click from the start, or is it something that's built over time? And how does it work? What is it about it that he gets so much out of?
I think it's definitely just his presence as well, how he is as a leader. He keeps things very simple. He's very positive. But I think the biggest strength from his side is his emotions. He doesn't really show emotions in that sense of if things are not going well for a team or a bowler or a batsman. You will never see him down or wave his hands around, or on vice versa. If it's going really well and things are going so well, you won't see him really excited. So I think that level-headed with him is a real big factor. So that's what it definitely stands out with him as a captain, as a leader. But I known him since 2009. We played together back in 2009 T20 World Cup. So I've known him since then a bit. But when I came back in, for myself, he kept it very simple for me, which was very good. What my job in the team is, what we expect from you is just try to create chances. Simple as. But I think as time went on, more confidence grew. He had a confidence in me, and that relationship just grew and grew, and to a stage where sometimes when a field is set, we don't really have any arguments or disagreements in that sense, because I fully trust him in what he sets and what he says in that sense. So he's definitely got a presence. He's definitely got my backing in that sense as well.
Cracking. Thank you.
Lawrence Booth, please.
Hi, Adil. I just wonder how much you enjoy bowling to Virat Kohli. You famously got him with a beautiful delivery in a one day at Headingley a couple of years back, and then developed the responsibility the other day.
Yeah, it's always nice to get like a world class player out. It's always nice to come in and maybe get him out a couple of times, whatever. But that's, like you say again, that's on the day. Some days you bowl to them. Sometimes they get hold of you. They hit 4s and 6s. Some days you get them out early, and that's that's part and parcel of the game. That's how the game works. So obviously, it's nice to get some world class players out.
Can I also ask? Do you feel at the peak of your powers at the moment as a white ball leg spinner?
For myself, I'm always looking to develop. I'm always looking to learn and get better from series to series, and it's from series to series. And that's something it's not always guaranteed that you're always going to get better, but that's something that I strive for. And who knows, hopefully I can carry on and continue what I'm doing, and hopefully I can try my best to keep, developing and getting better and better.
Thank you.
Rory Dollard, please.
just to pick up on Virat there, we obviously aren't out there and we aren't experiencing stuff, but can you let us know what it felt like and what it sounded like to hear 67,000 people react to Virat getting a duck?
I don't know. I actually can't remember what it sounded like, but I know what the crowd sounded like before then. It was, very, very loud. The Indian crowd are very passionate. They got huge numbers out here. People come to support them. Like you said, 60, 70, 80,000 people come. But obviously, for our side of the team, it's nice to get, the big players out early doors, to, keep the crowd quiet. So it was nice to get them up very early.
Yeah, I mean, when you have massive crowds like that and massive passionate crowds, do you get the feeling you've done something right when it all goes quiet?
Yeah, that's something you can sense definitely. If you get a wicket early doors, crowd goes quiet, or if you're batting and hear a few sixes and fours, crowd goes quiet. You can actually hear yourself talk to one another. So that's something that generally you can't do when you're playing in India. You have 70, 80,000 people screaming, especially if India are going well or if they're getting wickets or whatever that is. But yesterday, we did very well.
Thank you.
Rob Johnston, please.
Hi, Adil. Just picking up on you working with Jason there. I just wonder, you've also had a few tours with Matt Parkinson now. I just wonder what you think of Matt and whether you've been able to give him any advice at the stage of his development that he's at.
Yeah, Parky's done exceptionally well. To come to the stage, he's performed in county cricket, he's performed in T20 Blast, and he deserves to be here. And he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him. He spins the ball. He's not afraid to give his air, and and definitely some big things to come from him as well.
Yeah, is there anything specific you and him have worked on?
You have your general chit chats of where to bowl and how to bowl and what pace to bowl and stuff. But he's definitely clued on in terms of what he really wants to work on and stuff. So that's what we've been doing.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Take care and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, Adil.
Good.
Thank you.